Okay, so you guys know I've covered two nuisance streamers on the show. Johnny Somali, Ramsey Khalid Ismail, who is, wow, he's in South Korea, but he's not enjoying his time there in South Korea. And then you have Vitelli, famous YouTuber, one point top dog in the game, now in a Filipino prison. And by the way, at least according to some reports, Sly Kane, his cameraman, has also been arrested. So remember that cameraman who's in Thailand? Yeah, well, they got him. And as somebody who's been talking a lot, especially to people who are in the Philippines, those prisons are nightmares incarnate, okay? You got bugs, you got rats, you got no air conditioning, and the food, calling it food is an insult to food. I can't predict where Vitelli's mindset's going to be, especially someone who's that volatile and is also juiced up. But yeah, nuisance streamers. Well, Logan Paul, he's not a nuisance stream. Well, he did some things that were pretty stupid, still stupid to this day. Logan Paul, why am I talking about this? Agrees to go to Japan to stream with Adin Ross on one condition. Now, in 2018, before people like Johnny or Vitaly or anybody else was doing nuisance streaming on Twitch, Kick, or YouTube, and mind you, I just want to point out that Kick wasn't even a thing back in 2018, Logan Paul went to a particular force where people, for a long time, went to terminate themselves. This is a very sensitive issue in Japan. And, I just want to say this. If you're ever feeling depressed or sad, there are people who will talk to you. There are organizations and groups that will listen to you. You do matter. You're always going to matter. And that's the truth of it. So, Logan Paul agrees to stream to Japan with Adin Ross on one condition alone. So I just want to pull up this video here. In case you can't hear it, let me know. But just want to pull it up here. This is a stream. Just want to at least for context, right before we get into the article.
Logan, can we please go to Japan and stream? Like, I'm telling you, Logan, it'll go crazy. Listen, we could do a fun Japan trip. I had a bad Japan trip. You had a bad Japan trip.
What happened in your trip? Because I
went home after a day. You guarantee what? It wasn't as bad as you?
No.
Okay.
What happened?
So I left for a family emergency after being there for a day. Are you okay? But let's go back to Japan. You and I'm telling you, Logan, it's gonna be fun, dude.
If how about this? If I go back,
okay,
and I'm invited back, I'm welcome back.
Yes, of course,
by the Japanese people and the country of Japan.
Yeah.
Let's do a stream.
Yes.
Yeah, let's do a stream.
Let's fucking If you'd want that, put a W in the chat right now, man.
All right. I'm just gonna pause here for a second. Here's the thing. Because I went to Japan too, and I remember doing a live stream there way back in 2022. And let me be clear here. After the actions of these nuisance streamers like Johnny Somali and everybody else, no matter what country they were in, American tourists who've been doing criminal actions in South Korea, in Japan, in Thailand, in the Philippines. Hey, don't mess around in the Philippines. But in these countries, there's right now legislation being proposed in each of these different countries to prevent nuisance streamers, criminal streamers from doing this. It's also important to note, and these are the words from Legal Mindset, of course. Be sure to follow him on YouTube. He does a lot of great work. That is a privilege to have a passport and to go to another country. A country doesn't have to let you in. And, if you are going to have, going to be in a country, you have to have a worker's visa. And the Japanese government is going to be double timing on that. They are going to be working very hard to ensure that if you are a streamer, they're going to ask you, are you here for vacation or are you here for work? And if you're a streamer and you have a traditional vacation passport and you say you're here for work, depending on what country it is, they could probably detain you or tell you to get the F out and fly you out of this country and you are done. So let's talk a little bit more about this. So Logan Paul says he'll return to Japan for the first time since his viral Force video alongside Kick streamer Adin Ross, but only if one particular condition is met. And again, Logan Paul met, or his trip in Japan ended with his infamous video and his apology video, of course, of him filming a dead body. Somebody who ended their own life in that one particular forest in Japan. Now, of course, I have to be careful because of the YouTube guidelines, of course, but, you know, it wasn't live, by the way, when that video was posted, when Logan Paul did that. It was actually recorded. Not only was it recorded, but I mean, they could have stopped at any time, and then, of course, an editor sees it. Anybody could have stopped it, and then, hey, they decide to upload it to the YouTubes. Big mistake. Big mistake indeed, yes. So the YouTube star turned WWE heel Logan Paul has made quite a comeback after suffering a massive self-inflicted blow to his career in December of 2017. Oh, sorry, I said 2018. I apologize. 2017. The influencer, together with some of his friends, infamously visited Japan's Okokehara forest. It's a forest where people have gone to end themselves, where he recorded a video showing the body of a recently deceased person. He uploaded the video footage, again, uploaded, not live, uploaded the footage to his YouTube channel, which quickly sparked international backlash, so fierce that the incident was covered for weeks on major news outlets around the world. Isn't it interesting how, you know, that one incident, people then forget? I call it the blurring effect. It's the blurring effect because of the internet. Since then, Paul has managed to climb his way back to the top, becoming a WWE superstar, and even scoring his own reality TV show alongside his little brother, Jake. Logan Paul says he's willing to stream in Japan with Adin Ross. In May 2025, Logan joined Kickstar Adin Ross for a collaborative broadcast where the streamer begged him to go to Japan with him. Now, look, as somebody who's been to Japan, I think Japan is an extremely beautiful country. I hope to see it again. There's people there I want to see again. Personal note, you know, I mean, just Japan is a wonderful country, and it means so much to me as a person, as an individual. It is a country that just stands out, that I think is 10 out of 10 a beautiful place. And it enrages me what these criminal streamers have done, and overall how they've poisoned the environment with their toxicity, making it bad for the rest of you when you want to visit maybe Japan or South Korea. So at first, Paul seemed apprehensive. Yeah, he should be, but ultimately agreed to go so long as he's welcome back. If he actually does reach out to the Japanese government and, you know, they either say come back or no, that would be interesting to see. While this is the first time the YouTuber has actually agreed to revisit the country, it isn't the first time he's referenced the incidents over the years. During an August 2024 episode of his Impulsive podcast, Logan revealed that he was, in fact, able to travel there, admitting that he wasn't shadow banned from visiting Japan despite what happened. Japan has become an increasingly popular tourist destination for content creators lately, with top streamers visiting the country in droves every year. But sometimes these visits can cause drama, as seen in Logan's case, but in more recent incidents, such as the infamous nuisance streamer Johnny Somali's criminal trial in 2024. And just so you guys know, yes, this is the guy. Kick streamer Johnny Somali. This was way back in 2024, fined by Japanese court for restaurant live stream. And he was detained for a while. And then he decided and again, he went to inside a construction site in Osaka, Japan, before the World Fairs took off. There's right now a World's Fair happening in Osaka, Japan. He could have stopped at any point. He kept on being disruptive to people. As soon as he served his time, which was only, I think, maybe 4 or 6 months, being detained, he went to Israel, causing trouble at the height of the war. Israel, of all places you want to go to, Israel. And then to South Korea, where he not only harassed small businesses, but harassed people. And, of course, it did disgusting actions to the statues in remembrance to the comfort women who were victims of the Empire of Japan. I despise these nuisance streamers. And for Logan Paul to consider going back to Japan after everything that he did, you know, I mean, at least he's asking, hey, can I come back? Hey, can I return? Can I be there? I just can't we not have these nice things? Can't we not just, reflect and enjoy things that we can enjoy as people so that, we can, enjoy the privilege of being in these different countries? But then again, you have people who want to be influencers and cause the next big hype. A lot of these streamers, a lot of these nuisance streamers, these criminal streamers, what they remind me of is not even dime store or dollar store versions of shock jocks. They are piss poor versions of these shock jocks back in the day. These people not only go there to harass individuals who are working, but create an environment of instability. And now, I have to say, I think the Japanese government definitely has to put its foot down. Same thing for South Korea, same thing for everywhere else. Because if you are a streamer, and yes, look, I would love to do content in Japan, do a live stream here and there, do a show there, but laws have got to be enforced. Laws have got to be put down. And that means if you are going to be in Japan, are you going to be there for work? Then you got to get the worker's visa. And that's something that not only I would do, but I mean, let's say you have my colleagues in independent media. Let's say anybody wanted to go to these countries. If they wanted to live stream there, your safest bet, just so you don't get hit with any kind of taxes or legal fees, or dare I say it, any kind of court situation, get the visa, go there, find the proper applications, and do that. And I'm very glad that there is talk about this happening, because once there's a database set up, a lot of these streamers, they can't help but not stream. They're going to be known, and once they're caught, they'll be stopped and turned around. It's a privilege to go to another country. So, Logan Paul going to Japan. Am I against it? There's a lot of courage to go back there after what happened, but at least he's asking. And I would say double check and triple check. And if they tell you no, leave it alone.